My name is Sue Neeland. I have chaired this project, the Planet Pink Garden for Breast Cancer Awareness, for over 2 years. We are so proud to be dedicating this garden today during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This project, as I mentioned, has been over 2 years in the making. We have had 3 Meridian Garden Club presidents who have served terms over this project. Sue Leahy initially started the project. Madeline had 2 years of probably more meetings and community partnering than she thought possible. And here Jody is here with the fruits of our labor. At this time, we'd also like to recognize the president of Michigan Garden Clubs, Carol Broadbeck. And you have something to...
Yes, I do. This certificate is so that may all who walk past this Planet Pink Garden, established by the Meridian Garden Club, Inc., remember those who succumb to breast cancer, those currently undergoing treatment, and those who are and will be survivors. This is also a thank you to the diligent work of researchers and our most generous donors. May someday, when breast cancer is no longer a threat, may this very spot serve as a reminder of what can be achieved when working together for the common goal. I thank you very much, and this award, I should say recognition, on the 16th day of October 2017, celebrating the dedication of their Planet Pink Garden at the Meridian Township Municipal Building, Okemos, Michigan.
We are now going to read the names of women who have survived breast cancer or succumbed to breast cancer and whose names appear in the brick pathway. Marlis Stryker, Alma Bilby, Catherine Johansson, Dottie Thomas, Mary Rhodes, Catherine Pelusiak, Joyce Hennigy, Pamela Crook, Genevieve Goralski, Margaret Welmers, Jean Marie Bryson, Curry Wardell, Terry Freeman, Mary Jean Pike, Marion Bolas, Linda Thielen, Rebecca Kaywood, Elizabeth Holtz, Margaret Agawa, Karen, and Joanne. Thank you very much. This garden has been a collaborative effort from the get-go, and if anybody ever tells you you can't do a garden collaboratively, I say just take a walk. I would like to introduce to you the members of the committee and ask them to come forward. They have been with me through thick and thin and deserve to be recognized. I'd also like to introduce the new chair of this garden, Miriam Minshall. Okay. We'll clap at the end. Tressa McAllister, Colleen Hislop, Madeline Masterson, Georgia Steika, Brigitte Bruning, Mary Warner, Simar Pawar, Vanetta Stoyanova, Carol Armstrong, Luann Nelson, Diane Robinson, and Jan Swiss. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you very, very much for all that you've done. This has been a real strong example of a public and private partnership. As many of you know, we have an association with Meridian Township and the Meridian Historical Village that has gone on for a very long time. And we continue to enjoy working with the township on the various gardens in the village. And I see our manager, Frank Walsh, is here, and so I'm very glad that you were able to join us today. Thanks also go to our corporate sponsors, Walmart of Okemos, Meyer of Okemos, H&H Mobile, Young Brothers and Daily, Christensen's Plant Center of Plymouth, Michigan, and Infinity Graphics of Okemos. And we couldn't have done it without them. However, we have to give special thanks to a very unique partnership we formed with the Capital Area Landscapers and Nurserymen's Association. And it started about a year ago in October when they put in this gorgeous brick path. So I want to thank Kalna under the leadership of Dick Von Tersch, who's right there. Yay! We also were awarded for the first time in our club's history a grant from the Capital Region Community Foundation, now known as the Community Foundation. Pauline Pouch, who is the supervisor for this grant, just called and is unable to be here, apologizes for not being here, but we are absolutely delighted that we had the support of the Community Foundation. And now, Madeline Masterson, who was the president for 2 years, will present an award.
I have the honor, can you hear me? I have the honor of presenting, there we go, a Michigan Garden Club's lifetime membership to a very special person, as Sue has noted. And let me describe the contribution here to you. Can't hear me.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. As a landscape designer and horticulturist, you have a lot of experience doing lots of things. You are hardworking, dedicated to getting things done, and you have a wonderful can-do attitude that motivates others working with you. You have provided planting suggestions to the Meridian Garden Club and shared a wealth of landscaping information. You are also well connected in the nursery and landscape business throughout the area. Several years ago, you helped with some of the hardest work to clear aged junipers, making way for a garden the Meridian Garden Club had been asked to design and maintain at the Okemos Post Office. More recently, you have been the driving force behind completion of the club's Planted Pink Garden. From delivering and planting trees and shrubs to setting the bench and flagstones, as well as installing the pavers. With volunteers from CALNA, the Capital Area Landscapers and Nurserymen's Association, of which you are president. Because you are employed full-time, much of the time you spend working with the Meridian Garden Club has been evenings and weekends. In January, you took members of the Plant It Pink Committee to the Landscapers Trade Show, of which I was one, in Lansing, and helped them locate vendors who had the plant materials needed. You even persuaded many of the vendors to donate materials to the project. In April, the trees and shrubs for the Planted Pink Garden were planted on a Saturday, and on Monday, you were found to have a heart problem requiring surgery. Several weeks later, you were on the hunt for the variety of creeping thyme needed as ground cover for the garden here. In recognition of all your accomplishments and contributions toward the betterment of the Meridian Garden Club and the community, you are very deserving of this Michigan Garden Clubs, Inc. State Life membership. Congratulations, Richard Von Tersch. Hold this up so we can take pictures.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can talk over things.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what to say actually. But we started this, like she said, last October. We gathered plants and such, and actually this started out that Sue had called me. I work for a landscape company in town here, and she wanted me to quote the work rather than donate to do it. Being president of the association, we're looking for different service projects. And then it turned out, rather than doing it as a donation sort of thing, with their grant, they're able to pay the Nursery and Landscape Association, and we're putting all the proceeds, the money that we get from this project, into our scholarship fund to donate to deserving students at MSU, University of Michigan, Lansing Community College, anybody in a green-related industry that we think is deserving of some sort of scholarship money and help along with their studies. So, thank you much.
I'll put this back in your envelope. And
all right.
Here, and while I have the mic here, I'm gonna take an executive privilege here to take this opportunity to have you recognize Sue Nealon, the chair of this effort and really the inspiration to this effort. We could never have done it without her. Sue, we love you. Thank you. And with that, we are adjourned. Now we go to work again. So, oh yes, oh thank you. Oh, and there's all kinds of great refreshments in the township. So, if you're not working in the gardens, please join us for refreshments in the building.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
I have
you.
forms if you want to purchase a brick. There, oh, thanks, George. Yes, we're still selling bricks.
May I say something?
Sure, come on up.
On behalf of Meridian Township, I know a lot of you couldn't make it a couple weeks ago when the Township Board Supervisor Ron Steik and the Board Treasurer Julie Brixey here honored the Garden Club for being #1 in Michigan. And since there are a lot more of you here than there were here that evening, I just want to reiterate the Township Board's appreciation for everything you do for Meridian Township. You don't know how much we appreciate you, and the #1 ranking goes to a very qualified group of ladies. So on behalf of the Township Board and our staff, thank you very much.
I guess we're adjourned.